Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Inventory Review, the series where we check out some insane inventories. And today we have the Bad News Eagles. If you want more videos like this, drop a like and let me know in the comments which inventory should I review next time. Anyways, let's jump right into it. So the first inventory we're going to check out is Rygan. Rygan? I don't know the pronunciation. Anyways, the first skin he has is a skin actually gifted by another YouTuber, Sparkles. It's an AK Hydroponic Factory New. And 0.03 float, actually a really good float, and then it has a couple Rygan stickers on it, and of course it's just a hydroponic. Now if only it had the 0.420 float, that would have been the ultimate meme. There's also a factory new ill confirmed with a couple Dennis golds. 0.01 float, pretty good, but this is a pretty cool design. I mean, the kill confirmed with a couple gold stickers, not gonna lie, pretty sick. Oh, and of course the Deagle Blaze, everyone's favorite old Deagle. It may be simple, but this is such a legendary skin in CSGO. There's a blue phosphor, of course, a Glock Fade minimal wear, which is actually rarer than factory new, and 0.07, so it's almost factory new, but there is a little bit of a scratch right here, but not gonna lie though, these Furious stickers actually go pretty well with it. It also has a pretty decent fade. But of course, the Pandora's boxes are what we're here to see. 0.27 float, so nothing really too crazy. Obviously, these are field tested, so they are a little scuffed up, like they don't look as good as the minimal wear ones, but I feel like the Pandora's boxes have been some of the best looking gloves in the entire game. And there's an M9 Bayo Sapphire. 0.02 float, so actually pretty good. Very, very clean, but obviously right here, on the spine, you can see a couple little scratches, but that's inevitable when it comes to M9 bayonet. And then on page number 2, there is an M4A1S Night Terror, and this is Battle Scarred 0.62 float. And a lot of people argue, and I think I'll argue too, that the Night Terror does look better in Battle Scarred because it has that really cool purple and red aesthetic, and it just fits the whole theme of the skin so much better. And then there's a Swag 7, a storage unit with 145 items. Who knows what's in here? I mean, overall though, like across all these different play skins, like I think we're definitely going to give Rygan a 7 out of 10. Definitely a very solid inventory. Next inventory. Next up we have center. By the way, I just learned that it's pronounced Sanari, so just keep that in mind. And this guy also has a pretty sick inventory. I mean, right here, and this is another skin gifted by Sparkles, a StatTrak Factory New Vulcan with 4 center stickers. And what's the float? 0.009. That is actually pretty insane for Vulcans. And as you guys can see, this is an incredibly clean skin. Like you can't really notice any scratches at all whatsoever on it. And the gold stickers, they definitely do look pretty cool on it. So a very, very nice skin. Page number 2, bunch of stickers. Here's a storage unit and then some other stuff. Page number 3 is more of his own stickers. Page 4, Now, I'm just kind of curious. He has a bunch of regular stickers, of course, and then on page number 5, there are some glitter stickers as well. And I wonder if he's going to use them for crafting or if he's going to hold on to them as a long-term investment. Because honestly, either way could be pretty sick. I mean, also, you know, this is his first time competing at a major, and I bet he's just really happy to see his name on a sticker in the game that he loves. Here's the Battle Scarred Deagle print stream. Does it look any good? Actually, for Battle Scarred, this looks pretty clean. Let's be real here. There's a souvenir masterpiece, and of course, it is signed by device. 0.43 float, and honestly the masterpiece is kind of a sick skin. Like obviously it does have just that default design, but then it also has all this stuff over top of it, and it's a skin you don't really see too often anymore. Page 6, he has even more stickers, including a center one hollow. Very nice. Oh yeah, page 7, he has the Drain Gang, aka the M9 bayonet lore. So 0.18 float, that is actually insane for field tested. This is probably one of the best field tested M9 lores you can get in the entire game. Of course, the Omega gloves to go alongside it. These have a 0.25 float, you know, decent for field tested, and obviously they are a little scratched up here and there. There are some scrapes on it, and they're not flawless, but for the inventory that he's going for, they do the job perfectly. He has a Ticket to Hell and a bunch of Ancient Marauder stickers, and then just some other stuff, 5-year badge and everything. So overall, center has a nice yellow inventory. Obviously the bayonet lore and the Omega gloves go super well together. The Deagle is a nice addition, but he actually doesn't have an op skin. This AK though, mwah, crisp. We're gonna give center a 6 out of 10 for the inventory review. Next, inventory. And now guys, we've made it to Juan Falatro, who might actually have one of the most insane inventories out of anybody on his team. Just by page 1, you guys can already tell. Like he has a field-tested StatTrak Deagle Ocean Drive, one of the cooler looking Deagles in the game in my opinion. Here's a Minware Classic Boreal Forest, a factory new X-Ray gifted by Sparkles. Let's check it out. Oh baby, 0.03 float, so pretty good. And overall, even though I'm not the biggest fan of the X-Ray, I definitely do appreciate the aesthetic on it. Like you have that red and orange design with the whole X-Ray thing where you can see everything on the inside. But it gets crazier because he has an Ursus Sapphire. 0.02. But if you look at both sides, the back side is perfectly clean. This side is clean and this side is clean. You can't see a single scratch on it. So definitely very sick. Like, this is one of the better looking blue box cutters I've ever seen in my entire life. Oh, but it doesn't end there. He also has an Ursus Doppler Black Pearl. I wonder if there's going to be a ruby. Obviously, if it was stat track, it would be rarer, but this is the rarest non-stat track Doppler Ursus you can get. He has an M-frame on his hot rod with a crown foil. Definitely a really sick combination, but obviously, you know, even if you have a really good float on it, it does get pretty scratched up, but the whole gold and red aesthetic looks incredible. He has a factory new Oni Taiji as well. 0.04 float. Definitely looks really clean. Minimal wear Howl, which honestly, since the M4A4 isn't really in meta anymore, I feel like the Howl isn't really the best option, but almost the best possible float you can get for minimal wears. I definitely like the sticker combination and like the Howl. You have the Cerberus back here as well. Definitely a big flex of a skin. By the way, that's just page 1. Page 2, he has a ton of stickers. Page 3, stickers. Page 4, stickers. Page 5, stickers and a red line. Oh baby, he has more stickers, but on page 8, this is where things start changing up a little bit. This is where things start getting a little bit crazy because he has a StatTrak Ursus Slaughter Minwear. 0.13 float, not too bad at all, and it definitely looks really clean, but obviously you can see a couple scratches here and there. And the Cobalt Skull gloves, these are an absolute flex. 0.15, so really good for field tested, almost minimal wear. They are right on the edge of being minimal wear, so these are some of the cleanest looking field tested Cobalt Skulls you can get. There's a food chain, more cases, and a bunch of random skins. Okay. Overall, Juan Falatro definitely has the best inventory so far. So a little recap: Ursus Sapphire, Ursus Black Pearl, X-Ray, of course, Cobalt Skull gloves, the M4 Howl, the hot rod. I think we have to give Juan Falatro a 10 out of 10. This is a pretty nice inventory, not gonna lie. Anyways, though, next inventory, and now we have Synopsy. So little update, GXX actually has a private inventory, but we're going to be hopping in game to check out his skins. But Synopsy, on the other hand, his inventory is public and it's kind of crazy. Of course, he has a Turbo Peak, which is one of the cooler looking budget SSGs in the game, but we don't really care about the cheap skins. We're here to check out the top tier skins, like the Deagle Blaze, another one. 0.02 float, so actually even better than his teammates. He also has a Desert Hydra that was gifted by Sparkles. Good luck in the major. And this is how it looks, but it's not souvenir, but it has some gold stickers. And 0.03 float, very, very nice. Of course, he has the Synopsy golds. He has the Bad News Eagles sticker right here on the scope. Like, to be honest, I kind of prefer this over the Dragon Lore. Like, I think it looks a little bit better. Oh, and of course, the AK Fire Serpent field tested. So this is a really old skin, and honestly, I'm not the biggest fan of it. Like, I think it kind of looks ugly, but that doesn't take away from the fact that it's an old, rare skin that, you know, people love using. And honestly, if you like the Fire Serpent, more power to you. Oh my god, it gets even crazier. It gets even crazier. On page 2, he has a Butterfly Ruby with a 0.01 float, and it is incredibly clean. It looks very nice. He has some more Pandora's boxes field tested, and these ones are a 0.35 float, so not quite as clean. Obviously, you can see a lot of scratches, and they look kind of rough around the edges, but they are still Pandora's boxes, and they are still incredible. He has a Kara Sapphire as well. Oh my! Oh! Look at that float, 0.00005. But unfortunately, despite the incredibly low float, there is still a big scuff right here on the edge. He also has a well-worn Welcome to the Jungle, 0.426 float. So, I mean, well-worn, obviously. But considering its wear, I mean, it does have some scratches here and there, like right here on the handle. But for the most part, it does look pretty clean. Fade gloves as well. 0.133. Oh, if only there was a 7 at the end right there. He has a Butterfly Fade, of course. 007 float, really, really good. And of course, though, it doesn't have the best fade in the world. Got that USPS Trader M9 Bayonet Marble Fade, 0.045 float, so pretty decent. He has more skins, lots of skins, more stickers, a mystery box. Who knows what's in here? Maybe like Titan Hollows. Oh, he has a bunch of RMR stickers. Oh no, I hope he picked them up for really cheap. And that's pretty much it for his inventory. And then he has a Yugi Walk 6 Smooya default op. But I think it's fair to say that Synopsy does have the best inventory out of everyone. We're going to have to give Synopsy another 10 out of 10. Just an absolutely flawless inventory. And ladies and gentlemen, we are in game. Ich bin das Brot, du bist. And now we're in game, and we have GXX, of course, with the King Snake gloves, as well as a USPS ill-confirmed. And if he pulls out the knife for a second, we'll get to see what it is. And it's a Butterfly Marble Fade, but he only showed it for a fraction of a second. And GXX, what an absolute Chad. Also, there it is. Oh, he has an Icarus Fell for the M4A4. Okay, that's kind of sick. Not a bad Butterfly Marble Fade. I just wish I knew the float on it. But, I mean, those King Snake gloves, though, those do look really clean. Oh, and here's his op. He has a StatTrak op Asimov. Yeah, either it looks like a relatively low field-tested float, or it could be well-worn. But, I mean, regardless, it's still a pretty clean skin. But unfortunately, though, because his inventory was private, I'll give him a 6 out of 10 for the skins I did see, but to give him a full, fair inventory review, I would need to see his entire inventory. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every single one of you. And make sure to stay safe. And remember, guys, life is a mystery box. Thank you so much for watching. Peace.